Once upon a time, there was a king with 3 sons. The eldest 2 were bold and strong, but the youngest, Simpleton, was quiet and often overlooked. One day, the king, growing old and needing an heir, decided to set a test. He gathered his sons and said, "Whichever of you brings me the finest treasure shall inherit my kingdom." To make the challenge fair, the king took 3 feathers and threw them into the air. "Follow where they land," he said. The first feather flew to the east, the second to the west, but Simpleton's feather fluttered gently to the ground right in front of him. His older brothers laughed. "Well, you don't even have to go anywhere," they sneered, heading off on their grand journeys. But Simpleton, undeterred, followed his feather's path, which led him to a small hole in the ground. He peered in and found a secret underground kingdom ruled by a wise toad. The toad, seeing Simpleton's pure heart, decided to help. She gave him a tiny golden ring, saying, "Take this to your father. It may not look like much, but it is more precious than anything your brothers will find." Meanwhile, the older brothers returned with extravagant treasures. One brought a magnificent golden cloak, and the other, a sparkling jeweled crown. They laughed at Simpleton's small ring, but when the king examined it, he declared, "This is the finest treasure of all." Still, the older brothers protested, so the king set a second task. "Bring me the most beautiful carpet," he said, and again, the feathers were thrown. Simpleton's feather fell at the same spot, and once more, the toad gave him a gift this time, a small plain piece of cloth. His brothers brought back luxurious carpets woven with gold, but the king saw that Simpleton's cloth, though simple, was the most beautiful. The brothers, desperate to win, demanded a third test. The king agreed and said, "Bring me the most beautiful bride." The feathers flew once again, and Simpleton returned to the toad. The toad gave him a tiny box, and from it emerged the most beautiful maiden anyone had ever seen. The brothers brought noble women, but none could match the maiden's grace. In the end, the king declared Simpleton the true heir to the kingdom. His older brothers were humbled, and Simpleton ruled wisely, always remembering that true worth comes from kindness and humility.
Thank you for reading the story with me. Please subscribe Olivia's Storybook Corner for more fantastic stories. Bye bye.